Hey there, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. And today we are going to do the weekly forecast of what the Moon Astrology is doing for the week of November 16th through the 22nd. And I'm going to pull a card at the end for the Sun moving into Sagittarius. And so just kind of give you a little bit on that. Before we get started, I want to ask you to please help me in a very free way by hitting the thumbs up, and more importantly, if you could leave me a comment. And the comment could simply be an emoji. What I do is I will take your name and I will put it into a drawing, and I will be doing, I will be pulling cards for people who do that next week. So anyone in Virgo who leaves a message, then I will pull cards for you next week. And so as whoever puts in a comment, you get one. So just leave me an emoji or something. I'm trying to build my business, and the way the analytics are set up, that's how it goes. So your overall energy for the week is really interesting. It's really interesting. You have grace. You have grace, and then you have a word I don't know how to say. So if you know what this word is, it's A-S-C-L-E-P-I-U-S. Asclepius? Asclepius? I don't know. So the number on that is 27. 27 is 9. 2 plus 7 is 9. That's a very difficult number. And so needing grace seems appropriate. This is going to be about the heart and your third eye connection. So your connection to spirit through your heart space and allowing heart healing to come in. And so if you're at a 9, it is going to be maybe not super easy. I feel like that Virgo's getting ready. Gosh, like you're so close to that breakthrough point, and things are definitely moving in the right direction. And so the heart resonance becomes really important. What is it that you want to manifest out into the world? And this new moon that we just had in Scorpio, you are still under the influences of it as I record this. This is actually Saturday that I'm recording. The moon is new tonight, and then by the time you view this on Monday, it will just have had the new moon, and that new moon energy is nicely aspected. And so plant your seeds of intention about what it is that you would like to create for yourself in the world. And with it being in Scorpio for you, that would be in your 8th house of no, that's wrong. Excuse me as I grit my brain back. That's in your 3rd house. Your 3rd house of communication. Sibling relationships, family relationships, short distance travel. So if there's anything in that area, if there's like a dream, a wish, a goal to have better relationships, or to maybe work from home. Everybody is working from home, but eventually that should change. And so how do you get things to be situated in the way that you like? I also just heard nurture from home, and I don't know what that means. Okay, I am seeing all kinds of caregivers, and they're actually mostly masculine figures. Okay, so I see guys that are helping small children. I also see them helping the elderly. I see women helping the elderly. I see somebody sitting at the bedside holding the hand of their mother. That looks tough. That looks really tough. So, wow. Okay, my condolences to whoever that is for. That looks tough. But there feels like there's this energy of acceptance, yes, but strength. I feel as though you are transmitting strength to your loved one, but your loved one is transmitting strength to you. And I just heard from Spirit, even if you are not physically with them, they energetically feel that you are holding their hand. And so holding them in that heart space, that heart resonance. Wow. Ooh. Virgo. I only ever seem to get into these kinds of readings with you guys. I don't know what that is. Okay, so let me see if I can find... Oh, good, they're in here alphabetically. That is a very good thing. Oh, they're not in here alphabetically. I was about to get excited, and then it's not. There it is. Why can't I find this one? I have the wrong book. That totally caught me off guard. Okay, here we go. It's your journey and yours alone. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. This is the ancient Greek god of medicine, the son of Apollo. Upon meeting him for the first time, his opening words were, "Your modern image of the goddess is incorrect." That's that. I'm sure I said that wrong also, but it's that that pole that's got the serpent intertwined around it for the healing. He was a healer, of great repute in Greek mythology, and this dragon in particular reminds us that inside too resides great healers. His particular affinity lies with a practitioner who uses healing plants, herbalism, homeopathy, and essential oils and flowering essence. Add to this his rather shamanic energy and his affinity with snakes, and he is a powerful ally. This dragon is the healer of the shaman. His wisdom is boundless. He has flown into your reading today. Know that you have his abundant knowledge at your side, continuing with his practical help for your physical life. He asks if you need the support of professionals with knowledge of healing plants, or it's time to undertake training in one of these areas mentioned above, or indeed shamanism. Alongside his abilities to support those working with plant energies, he is a powerful ally when we are coming to Earth for incarnation. He says, you are the power. Accept it as your own. Only you are the master of your destiny. So this healing energy that I'm seeing, the support, the strength, I mean, it could be that some of you are able to figure out what needs to be done, and you're able to nurture people back to health in different situations. I did see small children, but I saw them running and playing. I did not see them sick and in bed. His message is clear, so ignore him at your peril. You have a job to do, and so let's get on with it. Oh, Virgo. Preaching to the choir. You have a job to do. Get on with it. Of course you know that. You have the tools and the knowledge you need. Your self-doubt hinders you. Your time is now. The world needs you to see your light, step into your heart. You know, Virgo is represented in tarot by the Hermit card, and the Hermit card, you always see the Hermit carrying a lantern, but really a couple of the newer versions, that's right away, some of the newer versions, you will see that the heart is actually lit up, because that's what the journey is. The journey is about going within and lighting your own light so that you can shine it out into the world. It's not that you need necessarily your inner light to be your guide, but your inner light becomes the guide for many. And so, you know, that's very cool. Your role is to take your light out into the world with me, and together we are master creators. As you discover your life purpose, acknowledge your fears and self-doubt. Do not be bound by them, for they cloud your truth. Follow your heart, feeling your way with truth and integrity and grace. It doesn't say grace, but you got the grace card. And so I have a feeling that grace for not getting it right the first time, grace for having to learn as you go, grace for, you know, you've only got so much energy and so much hours in the day and only so much that you can do at once. And I feel this energy of like, I have all these things to do, and I'm trying to get everything done. And it's a grace with yourself for not actually being perfect, because nobody is, and giving yourself the space to grieve, to feel sad, to allow yourself to feel what you feel, because you are more than you could possibly imagine. This card's about the fact that you're struggling with self-worth, self-respect, and self-love. And so, yes, have grace for yourself. This feels like a week where when you say, okay, so I don't get it right all the time, and that is okay. That is part of the journey. I will tell you straight up, last week, I did not get it right. I had a really bad couple of hours, and well, actually a bad half hour that just you know, rippled out. And so I don't get it right all the time, and I don't expect myself to, and I don't want you to feel like you have to. Just feel into your heart space. I unconditionally forgive myself and others. I unconditionally forgive myself and others. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the week. We start out the week with the moon in Sagittarius. And we also have Venus squaring off with Jupiter. And so I feel like there's a little tension around love and money or relationship issues. This could be positive. It could be negative. I think it kind of depends, but the energy around it's kind of supportive, and I feel like it leans toward the positive, that, you know, something that you've been really tense about. I think you start to have a realization of the way forward from this. I think that things become more clear, and you can see where you're going with this. And so, yes, okay, excellent. I'm so happy. You have power and opportunity. You have power and opportunity. So, oh, you can't read those. Okay, this one says opportunity with the moon. And so plant your seeds of intention for whatever area of your life is most important to you. Because if you are a Scorpio, if you are a Virgo sun, your rising sign is somewhere else. And so that kind of determines actually which house things fall into. So whatever that you feel led to make a change in, feel the sense of opportunity, reach out for it, then that's where the opportunity is. And I feel like it strikes like a bolt of lightning. This is power out of the blue, and that is because this energy of this new moon that we just had is very, very supported by the energy that's going on in Taurus. And we have Uranus there, and Uranus is exactly this, the thunderbolt out of this blue opportunity, I think, comes to you. And I think there's a realization that you can make changes. And sometimes what feels like a negative thing, like when one door closes, another one opens, that could be for some of you, but I feel for the majority of you, you've been working towards something and you've been trying to make something work, and I think things start to finally fall into place. I've been feeling that for you guys the last couple of weeks, and this looks very supportive of that. And so you're going to be asked, when that moon moves into Capricorn at 11:35 a.m. on Tuesday, you're going to be asked to look around and see, where's the support system in your life? How can you accept what's being offered? Like graciously, with grace and dignity. It is so hard when you want to say no for pride reasons, and I don't know why they're saying this, but this looks like a hand up, not a hand out. And also remember that in order to receive, that if you're giving all the time, you have to be able to receive in order to bring things back into balance. And Virgo rules the 6th house of balance in work and in life. And so being able to give and receive in equal, and to create that is where you start this growth, that nurturing energy that I saw. And part of this nurturing energy has to be put onto you. This is the self-love. And so allowing yourself to feel this love coming in, because we have Mercury on Tuesday in an opposition over there to Uranus and Taurus. And so communication will be like this. It could be tricky. That bolt of lightning could be, so what I just saw was one of my favorite movies is Sweet Home Alabama. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but the glass work that the hero sells, I can't think of names, it's because he sticks these lightning rods into the sand during an electrical storm, and the sand melts and turns into glass. And so it can be a beautiful opportunity in the middle of a storm. And so taking care of yourself becomes really important. Nurturing yourself, because watch what you say and how you say it, right? But Wednesday gets a little better, and there's just so much supportive energy going on with the moon on Wednesday. And so the sun is even in a good aspect with, it comes into exact sextile with Saturn. And so I feel like there's a lot of energy on Wednesday that can really support you. You have the gardenia. emotional. Oh, I think, oh, I wish you could see it. I love gardenias. This is just, I had a friend in Florida that she had this bush outside her bedroom window, and so it was always so full of blossoms that, she would let me clip one and take it home and float it in a bottle, in a little dish of water, and the whole house would smell just from that one gardenia. And so this is protective energy that can spread out, but it's beautiful, and it's pervasive. This emotional protection. So allow yourself to feel protected and guided. Ask St. Michael if you want for added protection. On Thursday, the moon is going to move into Aquarius at 3:25 p.m. But before it does that, there's some tough aspects as the moon goes through those planets that are in Capricorn. And we've got Venus squaring off with Saturn. And so there could be some tension. There could be some tension around love and money again. So this is a week, I think, where financial issues come up, and they could be an opportunity, but I feel like they're tricky. They just feel tricky. And so be aware of that. Do what you need to do to allow the flow of the universe to nourish you. This is the nourishment phase, and this is just the flow of abundance, and it starts with allowing and opening up and being receptive, being willing to accept that hand that comes from, that feels like it could come in human form, but it's from the divine, right? It comes from the divine. And this is also where you start to see a path forward. Like, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it looks like it's a ways away, and it's going to take a lot of steps. It's going to take effort. I just heard effort. It's going to take effort. But then again, good things in life always do. Right? All right. So Friday, again, it's that tense energy. With the moon is just squaring off because it's in Aquarius. Aquarius is, in a square with Uranus and Taurus, and so again, the moon in Aquarius is it can be like the Knight of Swords. It can be biting, and it can be confrontational, and it can be agitated. The moon is very emotional, and Aquarius can be very analytical, and they don't necessarily manage that energy all the time easily. And so with Uranus there waiting to at that tension spot there, it could be difficult. So let's get a little advice on how to manage that. Or not. These cards always tend to take a while. Okay, there we go. It's worth the wait, right, when you get 3? Okay, so you have the Nightingale, loving messages from Spirit, which really makes me think of this card, right? Messages that come through the heart and through your third eye, loving messages from Spirit. Focus on building your connection to your true self so that you do not depend on outer circumstances for strength or security. Your soul connection is your true support in life. You do not need to feel limited or afraid of external conditions, as they can be transformed through the magic of your soul voice. You can influence the environment around you through conscious choices, rather than worrying an environment may have a negative effect on you. Practice speaking your truth unconditionally and spontaneously from the heart, and you can cast a loving spell of enchantment to inspire and heal others as you do. Your words are going to matter this week. They really are. So it says, my creative soul sings through the night, bringing healing and light. You have the angel. This feels like this energy to me. Your prayers are now being answered, and you are surrounded by spiritual protection. Whoa. Trust that you are on the right path. Even if there are challenges, know you still will find a way through. I have to back up because I missed a line. And it says you can visualize this as a white light radiating all around you. This is what this gardenia looks like, especially in this light. It just looks like this white light that's radiating around you. So if you want to, imagine yourself surrounded, like you're sitting in the middle of a gardenia, right? That would work too. If you have scented candles that are gardenia, this would be a great week to go ahead and burn those and surround yourself with that protective energy. There is no need to be afraid. Trust how the path is unfolding, even when it takes unexpected twists and turns. Here's a sign of hope that a light that is an oppression will be lifted from your soul. Then we have the opportunity. Love, happiness can return to your heart. I think they're really onto something here. I am sheltered within the wings of an angel. And the last one you have is the canary. And the canary is always to me about, again, very throat chakra, speaking your truth. And I don't know. This is speaking your truth with grace and dignity, right? So reconnect with your true self. There's a lot of this energy of, I feel like if you've been, pushing things down and not wanting to say things or create drama, right? Then maybe just finding the way to say it that doesn't create drama will help you. But I think speaking up for what it is that you really want to do, it is okay to take some time for yourself. The canary is a positive sign that new energies of light, happiness, and expressiveness are awakening in your world, and you will find and share your beautiful soul voice with the world. I sing my soul song with joy. I really feel like as difficult as a recent period has been for Virgos, and I do think that Virgos, by and large, have been really going through some stuff. Things are actually... there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not a train. Right? So then when the moon moves into, on Saturday, that is when the sun is going to move into Sagittarius. So happy birthday to all the Sagittariuses out there. Well, I should say happy solar return, right? So the moon's going to move into Pisces Saturday night at 11:06 p.m. And so basically it's Sunday where it's in this beautiful trine energy with Venus in Scorpio. And I feel like this is the energy of communication and connection with the loved ones. And this is where speaking your truth while you're assessing a situation and figuring out which way to go with it becomes very beneficial. So yes, here we go. Your superpower is showing up. So take time out from the world and spend some more time alone. Meditate on your retreat and discernment. All is not what it seems. Stay true to your knowing and keep your dreams alive. So this is a week where you really just assessing what is your truth, being willing to take some quiet time for yourself to figure it out, offering that loving support to others, but you are safe and protected in it. So I really want to encourage you to accept the loving support of others for you. It is okay to allow other people to carry the burden a bit. Maybe so what I'm seeing might be that, hey, mom needs a real break and she's going for a nice long walk, and that's why I saw dad with all the kids, or dad's fixing dinner, and of course that could be the other way around, but however that goes, what I saw was dads playing with kids. And so maybe also if you're a Virgo, maybe that is how you retreat from the world, is you put it all behind and you let the inner child out to play. So I wanted to get you a card to finish off the week with the sun moving into Sagittarius. And you have truth. I live my truth is what it says. I live my truth. So, Virgo, what is your truth? Look, I don't think that they could hammer you over the head enough. So take the time this week to feel safe and protected while you decide and discern and feel into the energy of what is true for you. And then I just see that things are starting to fall into place down the line. So if you're in your truth, then you will be pulling into you the energies that support what it is that you're trying to accomplish. So, all right, you guys have a great week. I will see you back here next week, and we will see what happens then. All right, take care.